Hello, and welcome to my 2026 reading journal setup. This is going to be my 9th year journaling, which simply does not compute for me. I cannot believe that it's rapidly approaching a decade of me journaling, and my journal has evolved over all of the years that I have been bullet journaling and life journaling and reading journaling, and I call this my reading journal. It does end up being my everything journal, but the beginning pages are all reading journal centric. Just to get the logistical things out of the way, this notebook is from Notebook Therapy in their original size, and the notebook I chose is the Majestic Moon version. The first page you just saw me do was just a name page. This journal actually already has like a cute little decorative page. I just added a few more stickers and some washi tape as well. And we are moving on to, honestly, the star of the show. If you don't know and you're new to my channel, my name is Cassandra Lynn, and I am a fantasy cartographer, which means that I draw fantasy maps for a living, primarily for authors, which is so exciting. I am a published artist, and I actually have worked with a couple of traditionally published authors at this point, which is super duper exciting. So every year I like to incorporate a nice map spread into my journal, just as like a little cover page, just to set the vibe. This is actually my 3rd year doing this in my journal. Prior, I used to just make maps as monthly cover pages. However, now that it's my job, I don't have time to make cover pages like that every year, or every month rather. And so every year I decide to go back to my roots and create a fun map in my journal with no pressure, no expectations. And honestly, this by far is the worst map I think I've drawn all year, but it was definitely the map that I had the most fun with. It's so nice just getting to draw so carefree and not worry about every single little detail, because no one was paying me to make this map. No one expected anything for this map. I just freehanded it and had a good time, and that's really all I could have asked for. And that honestly is what you're supposed to feel when you do your journal setup. So if this is your first year journaling, welcome to the journaling rabbit hole. I hope you fall all the way down, and 8 years later we'll still be doing it like I am. I truly, if you don't start, you never will continue, so you have to just make that plunge and not regret, I wish I started this years ago. Nope, 2026, this is your year. Do it, go for it. Consider this your sign from the universe, or from me, who's very passionate about journaling. And this is actually how my entire art career started, was just doing bullet journal videos. And be sure to stay tuned for the end flip through, because there's something extra special about this map and my prior maps as well. If you saw last year's setup, you know what I'm talking about, but I thought I'd keep it for the end, just as a little surprise for you all. And we are moving on to my bookshelf spread, a very classic and traditional reading journal page. I just draw out a bunch of books on a bunch of bookshelves, and as I read books throughout the year, I fill in the titles on the spine and then color code them depending on the type of media I consume the books in. So I have books that I read physically, books that are ebooks, audiobooks, books that I borrow from the library. And you'll see here that my physical books, there's 2 different colors that I'm using for them. And that is because it adds just a little extra variety, because most of my books I read physically. And stay tuned for the colors, because honestly, I'm really, really proud of the color combo I chose for this year. Some other fun things about this bookshelf spread I like to do is, instead of doing the sketches, which I actually originally did, you can see everything sketched out. I had the flower sketched out, the crown, the globe, the candle, but then I realized that I have an obscene amount of stickers, and out of all the obscene amount of stickers, surely I can save myself some time and just use them instead of doodling and having to deal with colors. I can just, stick a sticker on there. which is my next little piece of advice. If you consider yourself not a very artistic person, that is okay. Journaling still is for you. Honestly, I started out by copying other people's spreads, and that's how I found joy in it before creating my own original spreads. Use stickers. Stickers are your best friends. You really don't need more than stickers, some pens, and some markers to get started with journaling. Also, I cannot believe that I just happened to have a picture frame sticker just in my collection of stickers as well. It was so perfect, meant to be. And spoiler alert, this page is one of my favorite bookshelf spreads I've created. Unfortunately, I've peaked. There's nowhere to go but down from here, okay? Between the colors, the window, the plant, the stickers, just everything about this, I love. And yes, that is in fact a morning star on my wall in this fictitious bookshelf room. I also have a morning star on my own wall, drawing from my real life, for inspiration. And then here we go, here are the colors. I know, looking at this, you're like, this is not groundbreaking by any means. It's pink, yellow, and brown. What's so special about that? What's so special, you may ask, is that me and colors, we don't get along, okay? I know I'm an artist, but my medium is traditional black and white ink work, okay? I don't touch colors because I struggle with them and they intimidate me. So when I tell you how proud I am of coming up with this color palette, I just gotta give myself a little pat on the back. And also, this entire spread, I think it's obvious that you can tell it's very medieval themed, which I recommend doing, not medieval themed specifically, but I recommend tailoring your bookshelf spread to your aesthetic. So maybe you like things more gothic, draw a gothic window and somewhere really dark bookshelves. Or if you like fun and colorful bookshelves, make it super fun and whimsical and doodly. Just have fun with it, customize it to your own liking, or if you like mine, copy mine. Honestly, please, this whole video is for you to gather inspiration, okay? I'm here for you. That's why this video is existing. Also, super proud of this window. I knew I wanted it to be gray, but I went with this really, really cool gray to the point where it's almost purple, and I think that just blended it really nicely with the rest of the page, especially since the brown that I used was a cool tone for the shelves. And then a couple more stickers to tie everything together. I cannot gush anymore about how much I love this spread. Or maybe I can. Guys, I love this spread. I'm so proud of this spread. And I hope that you like it as well. We're moving on to my books read page. Now, something different actually from last year that I did was drawing straight on the page for all my text. Last year, I prepped all of my titles because this tends to be the step that takes the longest, which is just drawing out all of the titles. So in order to save myself some time, I had prepped all of that prior. You can watch 2025 spread if you want to see some different inspiration. Honestly, the style for 2026 is so outside of my comfort zone. It's a good thing, because I feel I was really challenging myself, and you'll see in the later pages, even this page, how much I change things, move stickers around, and kind of struggle, but it all comes together, okay? I'm really pleased with how it all came together. It just takes a little bit to get there, okay? Real quick though, let's talk about what I'm doing now. We're creating Dutch doors on my books read page. Okay, let's talk about how this page works. So these little circles represent my star ratings. I one year drew a bunch of stars, but I quickly learned that drawing a bunch of stars is not the best way to spend my time. So I changed to drawing circles, and I just put a photo of the book cover when I read a book, color in the circles, nice and simple. Now, the reason I'm cutting out the paper is because I didn't want to have to decorate every single page. So I create what's called a Dutch door, and I decorate the top part of the last page, and that way I only have to decorate that section and it's visible regardless of how I flip through my books read page. Nice and simple, nice and easy. It's a fun little trick. When I started doing Dutch doors, I thought that they are revolutionary. So if you haven't given a Dutch door a go, highly recommend, okay? It will be life-altering, because I tell you, it was life-altering for me. Now comes me putting stickers down, removing stickers, moving stickers. It was a process. It was a little bit of a process here to figure out this page, especially because this was the first page where I was actually using more stickers and trying to like actively decorate a page, versus the other pages were very like drawing focused. Now, something I have to note while I get started on the next page is that gorgeous lace washi tape is from my friends over at the Washi Tape Shop. If you want the highest quality washi tape on the market, truly, they are my go-to, and without this lace washi tape, my spreads would have not turned out as well as they did. They truly tie this entire setup together. So if you want to nab some washi tape of your own while you start this new journaling hobby, or if you have been journaling for years but need to add a couple more washi tapes to your collection, I highly recommend checking out the Washi Tape Shop. I actually have a code, Cassandra10, that can save you some money. Feel free to use it. And thank you so much for the Washi Tape Shop for sending me this lace washi tape. It actually comes in a set in a variety of colors, but I did end up playing it safe and just using the black tape throughout the entire spread. But I think it was so essential because I added pops of color with my markers, but had the black washi tape as just like the accent piece that all the stickers really popped over top of. I just cannot state how obsessed I was with that washi tape, and I cannot wait to use the rest of the colors that was in that package throughout the rest of my journal, truly. Anyways, let's yap about my stats page because we're flying through this and I'm too busy yapping about tape. All right, nice and simple, just a big overview of some statistics about books. So we have the number of books I read each month, the number of pages I read each month, my average star rating, the number of books I buy each month, and then a few different formats about how I read my books, and then whether or not I reread any books at the end as well. And every month I just fill in the numbers. I am, as I say every year, a stats girly. I love me some statistics. I love me some numbers. And this page just provides a nice fun overview. Now this specifically, though, I'm very strategic about, okay? You might see my stats and be like, huh, interesting selection. All of these things are things that if I fall behind in my journal, I can just find from Goodreads or Storygraph, or in cases that like I buy books from like retailers, I can just go on my credit card statement and like count how many books that I bought. All of these things I don't have to actively keep up with, like a calendar page where I mark the days that I read. There's not a chance that I am keeping up with that, okay? If I am one thing, I am someone who is constantly behind in my journal. That is a known, that is a fact. So I like making pages that are easy to catch up with because yes, I have been doing this for 9 years, but no, I do not do it every day or every month sometimes. And then my page next to the stats is my release radar. This is exactly how it sounds and exactly how it looks. Just new releases that are upcoming, and it sounded better than new releases. I was just like, release radar. I think I started that last year and I was like, yes, solid, love that. And I will just write down books that are coming out in the new year because I am constantly forgetting. I'll take dozens of screenshots of books that are coming out and then they'll just rot in the back of my camera roll and I'll forget all about them. Now this is me adding pops of color to things because I realized that things were looking a little too flat because, like I mentioned last year, all my titles were layered on paper and there's a lot of layering going on. And this spread didn't have as much layering, so it was feeling really flat where there weren't stickers or washi tape. Next tip, add drop shadows and sparkles to everything, guys. Everything. That pop of color, that little drop shadow in a color really pulled this entire spread together because I was like, maybe this journal will just suck this year, and that's okay. But then I went in with my little marker and suddenly things were looking bright. Now, my 2026 TBR. This page is about to take you on a journey, okay? This was the page that I struggled with the most, but it honestly turned out to be one of my favorite spreads, other than my bookshelf spread. Look, I'm talking about it again. She can't stop gushing about it. But anyways, I picked out 16, 15, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. I know I have 14 books on here. I'll talk about in a second. I picked out 15 books for my TBR. We have a variety of books for, genres, across genres, yes, but also across whether or not these have been on my TBR before. There's a couple that have been on quite a few TBRs. Okay, Anne of Green Gables, we are looking at you. I think this is year 4. It's kind of embarrassing at this point. She'll be read one day, hopefully 2026. Then there's a couple that just were on my TBR from last year that I decided to roll over. And then there's also some new releases as well as some old releases, but soon to be hopefully new to me books as well. So talking through them, starting from the top. Well, I guess not really the top because I do rearrange this page a bunch of times. Look at me go. I'm putting washi tape down, I'm taking it off, I'm putting stickers down, moving them around. But let's just chat about the TBR as I figure out the order in which I want to lay these out. First, A Ghastly Catastrophe. This is book 10 in the Veronica Speedwell series by Deanna Raybourn. I haven't finished books 8 and 9 yet, but that's besides the point. This sucker doesn't come out till March. I've got time. Then we have Sea of Charms by Sarah Beth Durst. Have I read the second book, The Enchanted Greenhouse? No. But this sucker doesn't come out until, I think, February? I could be wrong on that. I already forgot. But I got time. It's fine. We've got Ashes of the Sun by Django Wexler. This is a book I carried over from last year's TBR. The cover art is stunning. That's honestly the reason that it drew me to this book so much. We have Lord of the Rings because honestly, it's a crime that 1, I'm a huge fantasy nerd and haven't read the books. 2, J.R.R. Tolkien is the reason why so many authors include maps in their books. It's the reason I have a career. And I haven't even read his famous works. That's crazy. Emma, because I like to pretend that one day I'll be a classics girly. Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross, a newer release that I just haven't got around to. Love Rebecca Ross, though. I'm sure she won't disappoint. The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young. I've heard phenomenal things about this book. Nothing but good things. I also know nothing about it because everyone keeps telling me, don't go into this book knowing anything. And I'm like, I will listen to you. Okay, you guys know better than me. We have Outlander. I went to Scotland last year, or I guess this year when you're seeing this. Early 2025, May of 2025 to be precise. And I just need to be living in the Highlands again, vicariously through Outlander, quite frankly. The Will of the Many, a high fantasy book that I feel like I will really love. And is the third one coming out next year? I don't remember. I think the second one's already out. Arcane Academy, love me a fantasy book set at an academy. The Name of the Wind is one of my all-time favorite books, and that's at an academy. We have The Last Contract of Isako by Fonda Lee. I read Jade City by Fonda Lee, didn't love it, but I'm honestly not a big fan of urban fantasy. But this book is a samurai space opera, and I fear I will absolutely eat this book up because that sounds phenomenal. And I liked Fonda Lee's writing, I just didn't like the setting, because again, not an urban fantasy girly. We have The Library of Heartbeats. This is a book I picked up in the Netherlands, and it's just kind of sat on my shelf. Haven't thought about it till I was planning a TBR, and I was like, I should put that on this TBR for maybe I'll actually read it. We have And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison. I really loved First Time Caller, and the premise of Now Back to You about 2 weather reporters is so cute. And then the little space that I have at the bottom there where there's not a book cover, there will be a book cover there. It's just the cover hasn't been released, and that's Theodora's Tea Shop by Christy Ann Jones, which is so exciting for so many reasons because this is Christy Ann Jones' debut book. I have been following Christy on her journey of writing and all of her publishing journey, so to be able to finally get my hands on it and read it, I am so excited. I cannot wait to see the cover. I know it's gonna be phenomenal. So that's my 2026 TBR. I hope you enjoyed me yapping about it and also me struggling with that page. But look at it. You can't tell me that this page did not come together because she did. And I'm quite proud of it. Honestly, I'm proud of all these pages. Okay, I'm just gonna let you know now. So outside my comfort zone, but I feel like I really pulled things off. I'm really happy about that. All right, books bought, very similar to my books read page. I did a running list a couple years ago, didn't enjoy that. This year I did tiny book covers, like tinier than the book's read page, like itty bitty, and I loved it. And then these little check boxes, I get the extra satisfaction of if I buy a book and also read the book in the same year, I gotta put a little check mark. And then I also developed a system. It's a very complex system. Instead of a check mark, I put an X on the books that I've like already read in like past years. That way I still get the satisfaction of marking them off. I did a Dutch door for this last year and then didn't buy that many books. So I just crammed one more row of books, I think vertically and horizontally. I added one more row in order to like maximize real estate on this page for maximum books bought, because I feel like I'm not going to buy any more books than this. I've been really, really good about my book buying, mostly because I've been spending my money doing other things. I am doing sports. I'm doing gymnastics right now. Randomly, I'm learning how to play the drums. I'm also doing pottery. All those things add up. So my book buying budget has been shifted to other things I'm doing in my life. And honestly, can't complain. But we're still going to have this page because inevitably I will be buying books. Okay? I cannot be stopped. There's also a lot of books that have been on my wish list for a while. And when the new year rolls around, I sometimes am too enveloped in that new year energy that I just want to like continue that energy all the way through January. And what better way to do that than to just buy a bunch of books? I feel like that's the bet. Christmas money, hopefully, I can spend. We'll see. Why not on books? On books that I've wanted for years and that I just haven't bought, But I also have so many books that I have not read. So we should also work on that. We'll see. All right, this section is so funny to me, okay? Look, I placed down a sticker. Sorry, I'm trying not to laugh, but I moved the sticker 3 times, and then I pull out 4 sticker sheets. And you know what I end up putting in that spot? You're never gonna believe it. She's still looking. A spoon. I put a spoon. All that looking through 4 or 5 different sticker sheets, and I settled for a spoon. To be fair, I didn't have that many stickers left that were that itty bitty size. I really wanted to focus on this matching. I can't believe I never mentioned this, but my whole theme, I do this for most of my journals. I like to match the theme of the starting pages with the theme of the journal itself. So because this was majestic, it had the crown and the moon. It was very royal-esque. I went with a lot of gold. I had that light burgundy color tying everything together, that pinkish color, which actually you're about to see me go back and actually, what am I doing here? I don't remember what I'm doing here. Oh yeah, no, I am. Okay, I'm going back to add more of that pink color, a couple more drop shadows. Okay, we love a drop shadow in this household, to just add more color and to tie everything together and to keep that theme consistent throughout. So yeah, see, I knew what I was doing. I just edited this. I should remember. I just filmed this too. I should also remember. And we're finally onto my last page here, which is my monthly favorites. I actually used to make this page at the end of my journal, but I like having it at the beginning because it's a little treat to be able to put it all together every single month. Get to peruse all the books that I've read that month, pick which one was my favorite. And then it gets its own little spot on the Hall of Fame. Some people also do the bracket system. That's another fun idea. I am really bad about that because all my favorite books are all my favorite books. How am I supposed to pit them against one another, And then some months, this year especially, 2025, I had the most random reading year, and most of my quote-unquote favorite books, I wouldn't even consider favorite books. I just didn't have a lot of options to choose from each month. But this gold swirly sticker sheet really was another consistent thing I wanted to incorporate throughout this page, or not this page, yes this page, but throughout the entire setup. I was going for gold and pink essentially, and this is me rearranging everything, erasing the words, coloring the words in. Can you tell I'm running out of things to say? Honestly, the reason that I could be running out of things to say is because I just have a lot of footage from this setup. In case you're wondering, 6 hours to be precise. Yes, you heard that right. but honestly, this was quicker than last year's setup, and that's really all I wanted. I know you're not even looking at this page, but I just remembered that I forgot to mention it earlier for my map page. It was called the Royal Lands of Asor, and if you're wondering why Asor, backwards it spells rose, which is another thing that was consistent throughout this journal spread. Roses gold, royalty, and my hand cramping from these letterings, which were also really bad, but I also did not care, and I also had so much fun because lettering is another thing that I just loved doing. I love typography, I love calligraphy, and being able to do this without the expectation of it looking good to be published in a book. So nice. And sometimes you need that. You just need to create art for yourself, and this is the first time, other than like the other journal spreads that I like created throughout 2025, but this is the first time this year that I truly created art like solely for myself. Not to sell, I guess like to publish for you guys for some inspiration. So maybe it wasn't completely for me, but in the moment, it felt like it was for me and for me alone. And that was a fun feeling. And I really hope that when you guys journal and you're setting up your beginning pages and you're watching all these videos, gathering inspiration, you don't get intimidated or overwhelmed by all of the options of all the pages that you can do. The cool thing about bullet journaling and reading journaling in the dotted grid notebooks is that it's completely customizable to you. And there will be pages that you make that you think you will use, and then you will not use them. This year, if you go back and actually watch my 2025 setup, you will see a lot of pages I just did not make, or I shrunk pages. Instead of a 2-page spread, just a 1-page spread. This is supposed to be a very customizable and fun hobby, so enjoy it, take the pressure off of it, and have fun. And I hope that you enjoyed this setup. Get ready for the little surprise. It's so exciting. For me, at least. I'm obsessed with it. Also, please don't judge that calligraphy. I've not calligraphy in forever, so she's a little rough. All right, here we go. Royal Lands of Asor, stunning. Oh, but what's this? Oh, would you look at that? All the previous year's maps connect. I started that last year, and I'm obsessed with the concept, and it makes me so excited every year to create the next map. We had, of course, the library page, one of my faves. Books read, 2026, TBR, stellar to look at, truly. My books bought page. And most of these pages, of course, will look better when they're all filled in with book covers, and of course my monthly favorites as well. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope you found some inspiration for your own journal.